The black rhinoceros is an animal that is easy to admire. Unlike his white cousin, he reacts to threat by counter-threat. Challenge him, and as often as not, he'll challenge you. Those who've really studied them in the wild, like Goddard and Schenkel, can scarcely hide their affection and respect. He has had difficulty in evolving new survival techniques since the European arrived on the scene with his heavy rifle 150 years ago. It is only since that rueful day that he recruited the services of the oxpecker birds to provide him with a second pair of eyes, his own being short-sighted, to warn him of danger downwind. A brilliant behavioral innovation that speaks well for his intelligence. The black rhino is a browser rather than a grazer, and the finger-like, prehensile upper lip is ideally suited to grasp leaves and the tough legumes that he favors. His thick, massive legs belie his athletic power. He can turn on a sixpence and change direction at full gallop in a matter of yards. His hearing is of the best, and the ears are sensitive and mobile and fringed with a comb of hairs. Essential for his health and happiness is a good wallow. It seems that some proprietorial instincts are aroused by a wallow, though these animals appear to have only the vaguest territorial sense. Mud wallows and dust wallows are equally popular, and when the mud dries and flakes off, a number of ticks are sloughed off in the process. The thick mud also acts as an insulation against the sun and helps heal surface wounds and discourages the attention of blood-sucking flies. It'll be a great day when we wake up one morning and find that a rhino calf has been born to Naivasha or Rukwa. An average of only 4 or 5 are born yearly in captivity throughout the world. The honey badger would be on any naturalist's shortlist for the world's bravest animal. I once took a young male badger on a walk through the park with a 3/4 grown tiger. I soon lived to regret it, as the tiger was savagely attacked and I had some difficulty in separating them. As a honey badger can turn round in its own skin, I got severely bitten for my pains as I carried him at arm's length back to his enclosure. Many a native African has been unpleasantly surprised to flush an irate honey badger when digging out a warthog, and has sometimes paid for his trouble with the loss of his testes. When they bite, they never let go. Duluth, the 19th century elephant hunter, found the body of a cow buffalo with the corpse of a honey badger still clinging to its nose. The strange coloration of black underneath and white on top is thought to be a moonlight camouflage and possibly a warning signal to would-be predators, few of whom I imagine would make the error of attacking him more than once. The sow badger will retreat into a deep burrow to give birth to 2 or sometimes 3 cubs, who are naked and blind for several weeks. Unprovoked, he is a charming mammal, and we are very proud at Howlett to be the first ever to breed this species in captivity. The Tsewalski, or Mongolian wild horse, is the only breed of wild horse left in the world and is probably extinct in the wild state. Some 200 survive in zoos, and even these have about 1/8 domestic blood. They cannot be broken and are famed for the hardness of their hooves and their stamina. The herd stallion is usually exceptionally brave and will, if pursued to the point where his mares and foals are at risk, charge the hunters, knowing full well that his life is forfeit. At Port Lim, the herd has 30 acres to call its own, and true group behavior can be studied. The Russian naturalist Bannikov believes that a few may still persist in the Altai steppes of Mongolia. But no live horse has been sighted for years.